Hello. I often get asked, how do I let go, untangle, or move on after divorce? So, here's the video. First, I'm Jen Grice, author of the book, You Can Survive Divorce. I'm a divorce coach, guiding women to surviving and thriving after divorce. You can find out more about me and this ministry and my book at jengrice.com. Also, be sure to sign up for my free Surviving Divorce Roadmap e-course. There's a link in the description below. So here's the facts. You can't embrace the future, which may include being a divorced woman, if you're holding tightly to the past and your marriage. Just a little disclaimer, I only coach women who are divorcing, who are already divorced. That's who this video is for. So on with it. I know an unwanted divorce can be hard, especially if you invested a lot of years and you have children together. I don't make light of this transition, and I've never done a video about this because many might feel that I am simplifying this or the process after divorce. I'm not. This healing process and journey is hard. That's why I walk with women and coach them and just let them be where they're at in this journey. And I've been there. I share because it can and must be done. You can't be emotionally attached to the past and fully present in the future at the very same time. It's just impossible. It's either one or the other. So why do you feel stuck? Because you're still white-knuckling the marriage that may be ending or has already ended, when God is just asking you to let go and trust Him. Many say to me, well, we have children. My kids don't want us to divorce. The problem with having children with somebody that you're now divorced, especially if you were the caretaker 90% of the time during the marriage, and now that means that you must let go of that portion of your life, being the number one caretaker. Maybe your identity was wife and mother, and now you on your own just seems abnormal. But as hard as it is, freeing up your time, your focus, and your energy means you have more time for you and your future in creating that new identity, who God wants you to be. Your children won't be little or even teenagers forever. They will be grown, and then what? You'll have to have you. You'll have to learn to belong to yourself. And that's something I'll be talking about in my upcoming course, Stronger Woman After Divorce. So I hope you'll join me when we start that this fall. This has been a hard fact for me to accept as well. My children were my life for a very long time. Even when my 20-something-year-old daughters were very young, I worked a job that I could leave and go on field trips or help with Girl Scouts whenever I felt like it. I had the flexibility and freedom to do both my job and be an active participant in my children's lives. Since quitting that job in late 2000, I've been able to stay home for the most part, go to school, and work from home, which allowed me to be very much a part of my children's everyday life. Other than getting my bachelor's degree and writing online, I haven't done much for myself. I haven't learned to belong to myself or decide what exactly that I want to do in this life. I'm still working on that while still raising a teenager. Don't get me wrong, I love being a mom, but I've also realized that that job comes to an end and I need to have a backup plan or life of my own outside of parenting. Part of letting go and embracing the future is accepting that this is no longer about them. It's about you and your life. So how did I do that? I just had to decide to let God be in control instead of me. One of the first books I picked up after divorce is Growing Through Divorce by Jim Smoke, and I'll leave a link to this book on Amazon in the description below. One of the things he said in the book that really resonated with me is this. He said, "Is there any hope for your marriage?" After I really thought about it and processed it, I thought, no, there isn't. I've tried everything that I can physically and emotionally do to try to save my marriage. I also had to realize one person can't fix the marriage all on their own. It takes two people working 100% of the time to fix a marriage. And if one of the people is having an affair or dating or busy doing something other than working on themselves and bettering themselves for the marriage and for God, then a marriage can't work. You have to let go. And in his book, in chapter 2, he talks about letting go. That's what the whole chapter is about. So if you want to get that book, it's a good one. And here's the thing. The brain often knows better than the heart. The heart takes time to catch up, but you just have to keep reminding yourself of the truth. I can't do this marriage on my own. I can't fix this marriage on my own. The other party is not doing anything to fix the marriage or fix themselves or repair any damage that's been done. And you can't force them. You can't control them. So you have to just keep reminding your heart, my focus is me, my healing, and my future. I can't change the fact that my marriage is over, but I can let go, trust God, and know that because He still loves me and will never leave me, all will be worked out. My life will be better. I've been doing this pretty much for the last 5 years, working with women, walking with women, and coaching women. And I've heard many women who've come back to me later who were really hurting after the divorce, but now they're happy and living a great life. They now see the great things that have come from their divorce and their new life that they embraced, and they're having a thriving life. Many of the times I shared this coaching tip with them that helped them as well as myself to keep reminding your brain and your heart for the reason you are divorced and why it is good for you. So take out a piece of paper and draw a line down the middle of the page. On the left, put what you miss about your marriage, and on the right, things that you've gained from your divorce. Keep this list in a place that you can find it easily when you start to feel like you can't let go of the marriage again. Keep reminding your heart, this is what is for the best. The all-powerful, all-knowing, sovereign God wouldn't allow this to happen unless He has a bigger purpose in all of this. I can trust Him. He won't ever leave me or forsake me. Many of my clients found that that was so helpful to them, and I know it was helpful to me as well. So I hope that helps you too, to let go and to move forward on to those new great things that God has in store for you. Lastly, lately, because of all the new videos I put up here on YouTube, I'm getting several more emails and messages on social media every day, sharing entire stories while asking me for my help. I wish I could help everyone with a detailed answer, especially for free, but I just can't do it all. I have to have boundaries on my own life and for my business. That way I can help coach women and have time for that. I put a lot of energy into coaching the women clients that I have, and I want to keep it that way. Thank you for your understanding. Also, I do not reply to any messages I receive on any platforms, Facebook, Instagram, whatever. I definitely return emails to coaching clients and email subscribers first. But if you need to speak to me and you're in the United States, please head over to my website, jengrice.com/consult, and purchase some time with me. I will give you just as much attention as I would give to any other client that I have right now and in the future. And again, I appreciate your understanding. And I hope this was encouraging and empowering for you. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below. If you have any suggestions for any other videos that would be helpful to you and other women who are going through divorce, please leave a comment below. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope to see you in the next video. God bless.